What is going on, everyone? So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back Yoda on the vintage card back with the classic Kenner logo down there at the bottom. You get a nice picture of Yoda there, and through the bubble you can see the figure. He comes with his cane, and they included a lightsaber, even though in Empire Yoda didn't wield a lightsaber, but it's cool that they included it. And they even included that silly little snake that he had on the original 1980 release. I don't know. I think first thing I'm going to do is take the snake off and leave it off, because Yoda never had a snake around his neck. But yeah, so that's the front. And on the back, you get the other figures in this wave. You get a whole bunch of stuff that no one reads, and you get a little thing that they wrote here that just says, commemorate the 40th anniversary of Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back with figures from the Black Series featuring classic design and packaging. I'm going to get Yoda open, and let's take a look at him. Okay, so I got Yoda open, and just like I mentioned, snake's going bye-bye. Here, we'll take a little bit better look at the snake real quick. It's a beautiful color. The orange is really, really nice. It's got some nice little sculpted details on the head. It's a pretty cool texture. And that's it. It's just a snake, and you know, Yoda doesn't have a snake around his neck in any movie. But I totally get why they did it, because the 1980 release, Yoda had a snake, so that's why. But I'm just going to leave it off. So let's take a little bit better look at the figure. Man, the face looks fantastic. It's just a little darker than I would want it. Yoda's not this dark green. He's a lot lighter green. But they included some hair. All the wrinkles on his head look really nice. I can't get over the eyes. The eyes have a really nice shine to them. I think the mouth looks good. They even put some little wrinkles inside his ears. This has some little detail. I'm not sure what this is either, but the robe, I mean, it's just a cloth robe. This is a soft bit right here. That's a soft material, and it seems that the belt is a totally separate piece. Yeah, the belt can move freely. And if you wanted to, you could probably take this robe off, but I'm not going to fool with it. I mean, it's just a little brown suit underneath. A little bit of texturing, actually. They actually added a little texture on there. But, I mean, it's just a brown undersuit. We got some nice little detail on his fingernails and his hands. Some nice wrinkles here and there. Yeah, it's a good-looking Yoda. It's just a little too... What is that? It's just a little too dark. Yoda's not this dark a green. But it still looks great. So let's take a look at articulation on this little thing. So the head can move side to side. He's got some great tilt. He can look down, not much at all. And he can't really look up really either. His hair sculpt kind of hits back here. The arms get up to there. They can rotate around, but of course the robe's going to bunch up. But they can rotate around. If you roll up the sleeve, you can see he has a double jointed elbow. And it gets all the way up. He doesn't seem to have any kind of elbow swivel or bicep swivel, but he does have a swivel at the wrist. These little strings are getting everywhere. And the wrists don't seem to be hinged in any direction either. He has a swivel at the midsection. He can crunch forward that much, and he can go back that much. If you pull the robe up, you can see that his legs get that far out, and they go up that far. They go back about that far. He has a swivel at the thigh. He has no knee joint, and the feet have just a limited range of motion, just a little bit of up and down. They do swivel side to side, and they pivot. No, they don't have any pivot. And as far as accessories, this is what his lightsaber looks like. It's a nice shade of green, but it's got a little paint here and there on the handle. Got a little bit of paint there on the little button there, or I'm assuming that's a button. But, I got some little details here and there. It's pretty cool, and it's so little. I mean, here's my finger. I mean, it's a little bitty thing. So let's see what Yoda looks like holding this thing. So there it is in the right hand, and personally, I think this hilt is a little bit big for his hand. You really have to stretch the fingers apart to get it to sit in there. I mean, once it's in there, it's not coming out, but, I mean, you really have to stretch those fingers open to get him to hold it. And as far as getting it in two hands, it does go, but it's not, it just wants to pull apart so bad. you know, because he doesn't have any kind of butterfly joint up here to get the arm over, you know, but he can hold it with 2 hands. It's definitely doable. Yeah, that's actually not a bad look. And just so you know, the lightsaber does come apart, but since there's no lightsaber storage on his body anywhere, I think I'm just going to leave it together and probably just leave it in his hand. And for his other accessory, he comes with his cane, and it is literally just a little thin brown piece of plastic that is, you know, sculpted to look like wood. And that's about it. That's about all I can say about it. So let's see how he holds the cane. So in the right hand, you can slip that through there, and he can hold that, and it's pretty secure. So that's what he looks like in the right hand, you know, with the cane on the ground. And also in the left hand, it goes in nice. And it's not going to fall out of the left. And as far as getting both hands on the cane, that's what that looks like. But it's just barely there. I mean, any kind of movement, it just feels like the left arm wants to just spring back off, you know, but it can be done. And I think that looks okay. And as far as size comparison, I think this one right here that came with the Luke and Yoda set, the Jedi training, I think this one is scaled appropriately. This one, to me, just seems way too tall. But it is what it is. But there's no way that you're going to be sticking him in the backpack. I mean, he's just way too big. So I'm really glad that they made a Yoda that's scaled appropriately for the Luke and Yoda set. And I don't know if this is just off by itself. I don't know. It just seems kind of tall. But I don't know. It is what it is. So despite being a little tall and a little too dark green, I still like this figure a lot. You know, the detail on the face is so good. I think they did such a great job with the eyes. You know, they have such a nice shine to them. This little thing, I have no idea what it is, but it looks kind of cool. You know, the tan robe, you know, you're going to find these little frayed bits of cloth all over the place, but it's okay. The lightsaber looks cool. The cane, I mean, it's a brown piece of plastic, but I mean, it looks good. It's a cane. The feet, yeah, they look like Yoda's feet. But yeah, I think overall, I'm pretty happy with this one. So if you like stuff like this, please hit like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell. I would certainly appreciate it. And please let me know below, what are your thoughts on 40th anniversary Yoda? I kind of like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and we will just see you guys next time.